All right, so thank you for joining us for our general body meeting for the fall of 2021 semester. I'm really glad to have you here. My name is Meredith. I am co-president of GAU, and Rachel Hartnett is our other co-president. And we will just go ahead and share the agenda again in the chat. I don't know if anybody else needs to come in, but there we go. Okay, so basically we are going to start with introductions of our new officers. This semester we have been really working hard on getting our officer position filled. So if you're unaware, our officers are essentially the chairs of our membership or of our committees, and we have several committees. But recently this semester we have a new chief bargainer, Esteban. Let me see, I lost my Esteban. Hi, thank you. He's our chief bargainer. He just started this semester, kind of like in the summer as well. You have had you hit the ground running right away with the relief stuff. UF has not made it easy on Esteban, but we are grateful to have him. Let's see, and I got to do a side-by-side here because I can't keep switching windows. All right. Okay, so then I will also introduce our brand new membership chair, Caitlin Clark. She is new this month, and we have not had anybody fill the membership chair position for a while, so we're really excited to have her. And we've been focusing this semester on getting officers, and now we need to focus on getting members. So it's really great to have her here. I'm just going to do really brief introductions, sorry guys. And then we have a new communications chair as well. It hasn't just been this semester, has it? Bryn, how long have you, anyway? Bryn Taylor is our communications chair. She has been really ramping up all of our social media stuff. You've probably seen a lot more activity from us. She's been doing a great job. She put out a newsletter this morning, and we're really proud of that. There's lots of cool things that members can benefit from that. Bryn, have you been here for a full semester, or is it since spring?
Yeah, so I started in January.
Okay. Yeah. So we probably introduced you in April or in March as well, but that's okay.
I get 2 introductions because I'm very special.
Yes, well, you are, and we're really grateful to have you. We also have a new mental health chair. They cannot join us tonight. It's getting close to Thanksgiving. Things are getting busy. So thank you all for being here as well. But Shay Williams is our new mental health chair, and I'll give a more detailed report from her later on. We also have a new family and child care chair. So Pilar, our previous family and child care chair, stepped down, but Melissa has taken her place, and she was previously on the committee. We're really excited to have her in that position. That position is really important to us because the needs of GA parents are really important and so often overlooked, and we're trying to change that. We also have a new chief steward. She's not here right now. Oh, I just saw her name pop up. Kelly Healy. I'll wait until she comes in so she can hear me talking about her. Did I let her in? Okay.
I did.
Anyway, hang on. I'm gonna wait for her audio to connect. Things are being nice and slow, aren't they? So everybody welcome Kelly Healy, our new chief steward. She has been a fellow in previous in the spring last year, this year, I can't even remember. And now she has taken on the chief steward position, which is basically the person who all of the representatives in each department then like kind of go through to get their information shared to us. Oh. Finally, we have a new coordinator. That's Bobby Murmer. He's been a longtime officer in GAU. He's taken over the coordinator position until his unfortunate departure when he graduates. And yeah, we're really happy to have him. I'm really happy to have him. He's a wealth of knowledge that I could never have otherwise. And that is our new officers this semester, or at least this year. So everyone, please welcome them. We're really happy to have a good, strong team that's continuing to grow. So yeah. All right. So that is the start of our new officers. And as I said earlier, we've focused on new officers this semester. Now we're moving into getting more members, and that we are doing just kind of like really kind of low key. We're doing like callathons every other weekend. There is a callathon scheduled for this weekend on Sunday from I think 1 to 3, I believe. So if you are interested in kind of hanging out and want to spend a couple hours with us and chat with non-members, but graduate assistants at UF, let us know, because we would love to have you. This is a great way to just it's really cool just to kind of hang out with people at this point, but also it's nice to have conversations with graduate assistants if we can. So yeah, let us know if you are interested in attending, because we would love to have you and get some members in helping us. Okay, so I will start with the next agenda, an item on our agenda. I'm now going to add it to the chat again because there's more people here. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is the President's Report. Let's see. Oh gosh, I gotta break it down. So essentially, sorry, I lost my notes. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, so we have had a lot going on this semester. Our main focus has been on PI abuse of graduate assistants, and particularly international students. We are doing a lot of planning to get organizing events off the ground. And really, we're just trying to get, like I said, build membership so we can actually push this forward. So this started as part of a resolution that was written in our state Senate meeting, our statewide Senate meeting. So their UFF has a position for senators from GAU where we can actually get together with the other senators from the statewide faculty and graduate assistant unions and discuss the direction we want to go with the larger union, the larger parent union. And so a resolution was put forth about having UFF do two things, right? Or put together a solidarity statement. And this is not just your oh, we're gonna, it's not just your basic solidarity statement. This is the start. Just saying that we recognize this is happening. We stand with international students, and we want to try and help fix the problem. And then we also, this is going to lead to a bigger campaign where we basically, the goal is to have some sort of visibility of support. So we would hang, our faculty would hang flyers on their doors, signaling to international students or any GA who is experiencing some sort of misconduct from their PI or advisor. It would signal that that faculty member is safe to talk to and can then lead them to more resources through the union if it's a work-related incident, or at least help them find resources talk to as a sort of mentor thing. There's a lot of Title IX issues that go along with it that we need to discuss with UFF legal to hash out to make sure that faculty that do participate in this are not, getting themselves in trouble by not, reporting these things. But it is something that we're working on, and we have the ear of the state union, the statewide union, and we're just trying to kind of push them on it to help them keep this in mind. This is something that's really important to us. Let's see. So through that, so this is what we're doing through the resolution was made, and now the statewide committee has a leadership, equity, inclusive, and diversity committee, and they are going to be putting together the statement and helping us with this campaign. So at the same time, at UF specifically, we are trying to get this campaign off the ground with the faculty. So we're meeting with faculty, discussing these issues of abuse and trying to find a way that the faculty can help us. They have to be on board for this in order for this to work. We can't just be GAs doing everything. So we're just in talks with the faculty to get this ball rolling, and hopefully by next semester we'll really have a good campaign on our hands. Let's see. We are in talks with. We recently had discussions with Rachel. You might have to remind me of her name. Or the diversity, UF diversity officer.
Dr. Gammons.
Dr. Gammons, yes. So she is UF's new chief diversity officer, and we have been in talks with her about just like forging a relationship with her between us and GAU, or her and GAU. Our focus is she has previously been I think she was on the board of the mayor council or something for McGuire, or for graduate and family housing. Excuse me. But so we've been working with her. She gave us some nice leads on maybe working on workshops with international students through the International Center or Student Center. She alerted us to Elizabeth McKierney, who can provide workshops for officers or activists that are dealing with burnout. We're dealing with a lot right now. There's a lot going on, and I think burnout is pretty common. So yeah, those are some nice leads that we've had in trying to forge stronger relationships with the administration to see how they can kind of help us on our fight for our rights of GAs. I think, Rachel, am I missing anything on the co-president's update?
Just that another way that we're hoping to bring this to a bigger stage is through the NEA conference.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're several of us are members of the NEA grad workers committee. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And in our most recent meeting, we brought up the issue of PI abuse, and we're working on proposing a panel at the upcoming NEA conference. So this would bring it to a national spotlight. So it's something that we're really invested in, and we're hoping to get that off the ground. And there was a lot of interest from Danielle and the other NEA staff member who was there. I'm forgetting her name now.
Yeah, oh, Valerie Wilk. Yeah, so, and it's important to know that this would be a graduate assistant-led panel for other graduate assistants or even faculty that might be in attendance there. So yeah, that we're hitting it locally, statewide, and nationally. So I don't know. Is this the start of at the end of academic toxicity? No, I don't know. it's one of them. Yeah, I think that is all I have on President's Report. I am going to now move it on to Esteban to give the bargaining report. He has exams coming up, so he's got to go and study after this.
Thank you. Yeah, my pulse is coming up. So we had a rough start. As you may remember from the last negotiations and Article 10, the article that rules our stipends and the fees we pay, we had obtained fee waivers that the university was claiming were not legal for them to pay on our behalf, right, to waive. So in the middle, as temporary solutions, there were a couple of lump sum payments that you received in some of your paychecks. Nevertheless, this wasn't an optimal solution, first because it wasn't what we agreed upon, but also because that's taxable. So and in third position also, and this is this has to do with bargaining itself, but those lump sum payments over our paychecks could at some point be considered by UF a raise, and that could curtail our ability to negotiate for a raise in the future. So 3 good reasons why that didn't work, and we managed to get UF to comply with the waivers, since essentially if they claimed something was illegal, they had to go to the Board of Governors and actually ask for an amendment to fix it. So they didn't want to. There wasn't necessarily anything we found that claimed it was illegal for them to pay our fees and to waive them. So at the end, everything was more or less normalized. You may have noticed that at the end of summer, actually already in the fall, you received the waiver under the account activity. In many cases, it was just used automatically to pay for funds that you for charges that you already had on your bursar. By that time, all the fees from fall had already been charged to the bursar. You may have noticed that you already have your waivers for the fall. It seems to be going on just fine for the moment. So with that solved, every year we have to negotiate for Article 10 again. That's usually done during fall, and we started the negotiations this fall with the idea of obtaining a raise for several reasons. We launched a survey, which, thanks to you, it received a lot of answers. We have more than 1,000 answers. And the living conditions for GAs are currently difficult. There is a lot of food insecurity. There is housing insecurity. GAs are not able to pay for medical consultations, to pay for meds. So that's one reason to obtain a raise. The second reason is also that there has been a considerable amount of inflation since the last determination of the minimum, which was in 2017, around a 12% inflation. So that's something to ponder on. We have already submitted a proposal to UF, which was based on getting us out of what's called housing insecurity, being house burdened, which means that when your income is used in its 30% or more to pay for housing, your housing burden. So that was the metric we used, and for the actual cost of housing, we used UF's estimations, which actually were quite good. I mean, we used it not only because it gives us a leverage in bargaining, we're using your own metric, but also because the estimations were not bad at all. So we used it for the off-campus, of course, because currently there isn't enough capacity for UF to launch all the GAs on campus. And in the last 2 bargaining sessions were canceled by UF. We kindly reminded them that they had to engage in bargaining actively, and we have scheduled a bargaining session for this Wednesday, in which we will hopefully get their counter proposal, and from there we will see what we're particularly facing. That will give us an idea of how much they are perhaps willing to concede, and it will shape our idea of a minimum for which we are okay in settling for. But that has been bargaining in a nutshell. Looking forward, next semester we'll have to bargain for Article 8, that is leaves of absence, and we will be working closely with the Family and Childcare Committee for that purpose in particular. In the meantime, as always, your presence in bargaining is very important. The assistance to bargaining sessions makes for UF far more difficult to maintain their position or say no to anything than that a compared situation in which only GAU officers are present. And we've had an excellent turnout, so for that we thank you all. And as usual, if you're interested in talking during bargaining sessions, shoot us an email from your personal email, and we can plan on that. And that is also contingent on how much time of the bargaining session is left, because we don't want UF to walk out of the bargaining session without sufficient exchange between us. Remember that as many counter proposals and proposals go across the table, the better it is for us. If less of counter proposals go around, there is more chance that we are cornered into a bad deal, which is not what we want at all. And we also have to have an idea of what they will be offering. But again, just your comments are very valued. Your presence is very valued. Just get in contact with us through your personal email, and we talk that through in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Esteban. Good luck with your calls.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so next is our treasurer report. Our treasurer, Glenn, has also had calls recently, so he has not been available for treasurer stuff lately, but he'll be back next semester to help us. So I'm gonna have Rachel go through the new budgets, and then we can discuss it and take a vote on it.
I do this every time. I forget which screen I have to have up to share screen all the time. It doesn't help that like my desktop is like my brain with like a million tabs open at all times. So, okay. So this is the UF-GAU tentative budget for 21-22.
Hey, Rachel, just a second. Can you zoom in a little bit, increase the size a bit?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm sure I can somewhere. There we go. Is that better? Okay, sorry. I also have a huge computer screen, so I forget. Okay, so this is our tentative budget as of November 1st. This is what we currently have in our accounts, 38,000. A lot of that is because over the past year and 8 months, we haven't had really any socials, which is a big portion of our budget. We're expecting like usual our annual chapter rebate of 13,000, which would give us a $51,000 operating budget for this fiscal year. where we have two main categories for our expenditures: recruitment and operation. As you can see, a lot of our money goes towards recruitment, swag, which we are in the process of ordering. We actually just got some brand new buttons and stickers that if you would like some, they're going to be at our social tomorrow. Oh, Thursday. Member socials, happy hours, and other membership events. And then operational items, of course, including a GA hardship assistance program that we've been trying to kick off for quite a while. And we're actually hoping to get started this spring. We just need some volunteers for our committee. This would be an application process. So if you are experiencing a hardship, you could apply, and GA, you could, I'm forgetting the exact amount, Meredith, but you would be able to receive financial assistance up to a certain amount to help pay for like unexpected costs, car repairs, rent, right? Anything unexpected. I want to say it was like 300 or.
Yeah, I think it's like, I'm thinking 300 to 500.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Sure.
The only thing is we want this to be done on the up and up. So we are going to have the hardship committee not be any of the officers, right? Because we want you all deciding it, not us. And then we're expecting just to put that additional annual rebate into savings, since we are sort of flush this year, so that next year we can sort of maintain the same high level that we need to. So that would put us at spending 98% of our budget, so just about where we need to be. So are there any questions about that?
I don't see any questions. So there are so few of us that I think we might just do if there are a vote by objection. So are there any objections to the tentative budget 2022 budget? If there are, please raise your hand. Actually, wait, we need to do we need to make an emotion first, Bobby?
No, it's privileged.
Okay, cool. I do not see any objections. So with that, the tentative budget has passed. Awesome, thank you very much. This is really kind of the big meat of the fall general body meeting. And we're really excited to have some extra funds to put towards events. So we've already kind of started doing that this semester. And hopefully in the spring, we can just have even more awesome, fun events that are even more than our normal social and happy hours at breweries, local breweries in town. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much, Rachel. So next on our agenda is the grievance report. A grievance chair is a position that we are still looking for, but we do not have any active grievances, do we, Bobby?
No, I'll go ahead and give the report.
Okay.
Grievances, well, I guess I should start by noting that about a year and a half ago, we decided to move most of the grievance work over to our staff, the release time staff. And therefore, like most of the note taking, fact finding will actually be performed by our paid staff. But we are still looking for a grievance officer to guide that process and to call balls and strikes with that. So if you're interested in being grievance officer, let us know. The staff will help you out greatly. You'll be more like a administrator making decisions about whether to go through with the grievance or not. going to some hearings, but not even necessarily all. If you can't make some and it's a step one, you can definitely send an RT there. So if you're interested, please reach out. If you're going to be joining us on Thursday, I will be asking or probably begging again that somebody step up to be grievance officer. We have no formal grievances. We have one informal grievance that we cannot actually act on through the normal processes because a deadline was blown. So this is an important reminder to always keep deadlines in mind. You can always file a grievance, and we can put the hearing and put the process on hold after filing and just get permission to extend the deadline. That is always easier to do than working within the 25-day limit that you have to file, in some cases 30 days. So that's really all that's going on with grievances. We actually haven't had any serious grievance cases since the summer after the first lockdown, which is a good thing. And we've had zero grievances involving international students and their PIs since the tragedy in 2019, or rather a few months after that tragedy, after it became well publicized. So as of right now, it does appear like faculty have to a certain extent been brought to heel, which is a good thing, but that's not going to last forever. So we do have to remain vigilant and hopefully get this grievance committee up and running. I know COVID really decimated or really destroyed our ability to recruit new officers, but now we're getting back out, meeting one-on-one, and hopefully we'll be able to fill this position along with all the others. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. And thank you to our RTs for all of their hard work as well. They do a lot of research for us. It's really very helpful. Okay, so next on our agenda is the communications report. Bryn?
Hey, yeah. So we're going to talk about comms and about housing because I've been doing that stuff too. So communications has been going okay. Like in my opinion, communications is really just like the transcribing anything that goes on within the union to people outside of the union. So that's like been my main focus for this semester. So we've done a lot on social media, I think keeping the website updated, sending out emails. Y'all hopefully got the first newsletter ever this morning. If you did and you haven't read it yet, please open it because it worked really hard on it. But yeah, I'm hoping it's like, because we have a lot of stuff going on and a lot of information to communicate, and I don't want to flood your email inboxes. So I just feel like the newsletter is like a good way to have consolidated sources of information in one aesthetically pleasing place. So there's that. On the communication side, if you're at all interested in communications, especially like union communications, I feel like is particularly interesting, then please reach out to us, reach out to me in particular if you would like, because I could use another member on the communications team. Another aspect is like talking to reporters and news outlets about what's going on in the union, trying to strategically plan when to communicate with the media and when to not, in order to align with pressure campaigns and stuff like that. So it's cool and fun and I enjoy it. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, reach out to me. I also want to talk about housing. So I feel like there's been a long hiatus in the McGuire UVS saga, probably because of COVID, and also because, you know, Taggart Hall is like on fire right now. So, but that I guess is fairly recent. But things are like picking back up really quickly. So just to give like a small recap, the city commission had their first meeting on it earlier in October. And they voted to approve the UF Campus Development Agreement, which is the document that says, that is like what demolishes UVS and McGuire. So basically all these, UF has this plan that they want to get passed through, right? They're pretty much, they want to be anyway, done editing it. So all these other external bodies now that are going to be affected by the implementation of the CDA have to like approve this document as well. So since UF has done like nothing to actually address the concerns of affordable graduate housing, we're having to like turn to these other bodies now, saying, you know, please use your power to apply pressure for them to edit this CDA, because it super sucks that, you know, hundreds of affordable housing units are being demolished so that we can have another recreation field right next to a recreation field that exists. But it's going well. So we had the city commission earlier and they were like hawing about it. You know, there were a lot of graduate assistants wrote into them, which is very great. Thank you if you participated. And they were generally supportive, but they passed it anyway in the first round without doing much to stop UF, which sucks, but whatever. But they still have to have their final vote on it. So we can apply more pressure at that meeting. But the Board of County Commissioners was much more helpful and much more sympathetic. They had what was supposed to be their final vote on whether or not to approve the CDA in last Tuesday. And they, like, the quote is, you know, after being inundated with emails from concerned graduate assistants, what's your plan to address graduate housing? Which is like so cool. Like, they addressed it immediately. They were like, that was the first question they asked the staff member when the staff member presented on the topic. They were like hammering out all of our typical talking points before I even commented. So I think that's a really good sign that it's working. Basically, all the stuff we've been doing is working. So reaching out to the commissioners has been working both on social media and through email and through calling, all the different methods that GAs have contacted. The Board of County Commissioners, all the, you know, media pressure campaigns we've done. So I really feel like it was honestly very rewarding and very like encouraging. So they voted to postpone the vote on the CDA until the Board of Trustees addresses the how they're planning on fixing affordable graduate housing problems and still demolishing, you know, affordable graduate housing. So they're basically asking the Board of Trustees to give a more substantive plan on what they're going to do to either replace or absolve this problem. So the Board of Trustees is meeting on December 2nd. So that's going to be the big one. Definitely come to that. The time is still to be determined, but I'm going to be posting about it a lot and sending emails a lot. But that's going to be our time, basically, pretty much our last chance to get like to get these buildings saved, so, or meaningfully replaced. Yeah, so I really hope you all will come out to that. Basically, the idea is we're just going to have a whole bunch of GAs there, give a whole bunch of 3-minute comments is basically the idea. You know, it's not going to be like a riot or something. It's just going to be a very strong, powerful show of solidarity, and hopefully You know, with the pressure from the county commissioners and the internal pressure from GAs, those two things will be enough to give us something and have some amount of pressure to get these problem addressed. So that's December 2nd, and then December 7th is the final vote on the Board of County Commissioners. That one's going to be in the evening. So we also really want graduate assistants to come out to that one because, you know, I want to, it's the only item on the agenda. They're having a special meeting for it. So, you know, having a whole lot of 3-minute public comments on this issue is very powerful. So I'm going to be hyping up those two events a lot in the upcoming future. Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you so much, Bryn. I forgot to even mention graduate student housing earlier. But yeah, you have been working so hard on it, and housing is graduate student housing is an issue that is important to us, but it's hard for us to tackle directly because it is not a work issue. So, but there's other ways to fight it, and it's really cool that the Board of Commissioners decided to delay the vote. We've also had some attention, some good media attention on it. So it feels like it's finally picking up steam, which is not, I mean, which says something to how long we have to like pick at these things before things actually start to get into motion.
Yeah,
so
I think that's the big lesson here is that just
yeah.
change is so slow, but it does happen.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome, thank you so much. Okay, so next on the agenda is the healthcare report.
So I'm going to cover that. I was healthcare chair before co-president. There hasn't been a whole lot going on. Most of what's healthcare related is going to be covered in Shay's report coming up next. However, this is going to be something that I hate to say this. So one of the biggest fronts we're still tackling is COVID. It has not gone away as much as the university in the state of Florida pretends that it has. So we're still very much working on that. And as a matter of fact, the Faculty Senate will be voting on Thursday on a vote of no confidence in Fox and Glover's decisions regarding COVID-19. Their fall reopening plans. It has taken this long to get it on the ballot for the Faculty Senate, or the agenda, I'm sorry. And the only reason it's coming up now is because of the dumpster fire that Tigard Hall has become in recent weeks. However, it ended up finally on the Faculty Senate agenda. There will be a vote. It's unlikely that the vote of no confidence will succeed against Fox and Glover. However, if you are interested, we're going to be sending out an email soon about how to contact the faculty senators, saying that you want them to vote yes, if you disagreed with the fall reopening COVID plan. So that's about it for the healthcare update.
Awesome, great, thank you. Next is the mental health care update. So we have a brand new chair of this committee. They cannot be here this evening, as I said, busy times for getting ready for the holidays. But they did provide a report that I'll go ahead and read. So Che says, "Hi, I'm Che Williams, the new mental health committee chair. I am a doctoral student in the counseling and counselor education program, and I am a licensed mental health counselor. I've been in the counseling field for several years and have had even more experience being in the client's chair in the therapy room. I am working on improving access to mental health care for GAs. Our status as graduate students puts us at higher risk for developing unhealthy patterns, and the pandemic has only exacerbated this risk. I highly encourage you to try the free teletherapy provided to us through Talkspace, even if it is only preventative. If you run into any issues or have any questions, I am here to help." And that's what she has here. So yeah, I can say that that Che has been in talks already with Talkspace. Our plan was to maybe try to switch into something, but then we discovered that there's a 3-year contract with Talkspace that started, I think, in January. But they're really working on getting us the help that we need. Really excited that they have experience as a licensed counselor. So they really seem to know how to navigate the system. And this is really important to us right now. I mean, it's always important to us, but mental health is something that is at the forefront of our minds now, since we have lived the life of quarantine and realized what issues we may have or how great life is working from home. I don't know. So that is all I have from Che. Our next report, okay, so international affairs report. I did not receive a report from Jackie, but I know that we're working to do more collaboration with the international affairs. The name just slipped my mind in the hub. But we're working on trying to do more collaborating there, trying to get more attention from international graduate assistants. That's kind of like a membership group that we really need to hear from, because their experience is unique to those of us who are from this country. And so we're also trying to tailor more events towards them, and to just in general make our international brothers and sisters feel more included, and know that they have support here from us. And then Melissa is here to give us our family and childcare reports. Hey, Melissa.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to pop in unexpectedly and then probably have to pop back out, but it's bedtime and so things are a little crazy. So I just wanted to give a quick update from Family and Childcare Committee. You probably saw it was, I believe, this summer, wasn't it? Or early in the fall, we sent out a survey to learn more about family and caregiving among graduate assistants. And so thank you all for completing that survey. If you did, sharing your thoughts with us. There were a lot of very, very heartbreaking stories about some of the experiences graduate assistants have had here at UF due to the lack of paid family leave that we have here. So that'll be something that we're going to work on in bargaining next semester, is working on getting some adequate, or at least more adequate, probably not fully, what I would like to see for both family and medical leave. I think especially with COVID, we've seen people have long COVID, people had to be out for significant amounts of time. And so having that paid leave for both medical and family reasons is really important. Sorry. And so we've got a report that we've developed. I'll be finishing that up, just editing some things, and then we'll share that with UF leadership. If anyone has any questions, thoughts, ideas about paid leave, or wants to share stories or anything like that, please reach out to me. And if you're interested in being part of the committee, we are a small committee of 4 ladies, but we'd love to have other people join us if you are interested.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I love that it's bedtime, and it's just very like the life of a family, a mother, and GA.
Yeah, it's noisy, right? It's like we're getting ready for baths, so things are kind of crazy. Everyone's winding down, but lots of fun still.
It's good. It's good. It's like we have a wide variety of lives here. So yes, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so next on the agenda is the organizing report. Ara is not here. I can say that for organizing, what we've been doing is callathons. We've really just been focused on the officers doing it first. We got together one week to kind of see how it goes and work out some of the kinks. And so we've met for 2 weeks now, calling people. I think we've made 90 calls, almost 100 calls. I can't remember for sure. Bryn might know better. And we have received some new members from those calls. So really what we're doing is just like reaching out, checking in on people, making sure their semester's going okay, making sure they're not dealing with any issues that they need to share with the union or want to talk about. And then just providing them with general information about the union and how to become a member. So if that is something that you are interested in doing, over 200 calls and 9 new members. Okay, awesome. 100 was a little low. Maybe it was just 90 that day. So yeah, we're meeting again on Sunday from 1 to 3, and then we intend to do this again through the spring semester. Hopefully, in the past we have had a fellows program to do this, but we just have not had the membership base to gather interest for that program right now. But if it is something that you would like to know more about, we can certainly discuss it in more detail and try to get the ball rolling again on that in the spring. But really, that's kind of what we've been organizing around, is just growing our membership. There are a lot of things happening. I mean, there were a lot of things that happened on the legislative front in Florida last spring that we are worried is going to happen again. There's been a lot of anti-union stuff going around in bills that have been introduced, and now we are dealing with academic freedom, not just on the Tiger Hall front, but also just like I can't remember the name of the bill, but it's something that we're trying to fight, and it's actually something that UFF, the larger statewide union, has. Oh, House Bill 233, yes. They have basically taken the state to court over it. Let's see. In addition to that, you'll probably hear some more information. Recently, there's probably an update here that Rachel put in that we'll get together. We'll talk about that in more detail in a little bit. But there is a fee waiver bill that has been introduced. We get so close every year, and now it seems like we're actually maybe getting somewhere. We'll see. But this is like fee relief on the statewide scale, so it would be even bypassing UF administration and just going into like the statewide budget on fee relief. So hopefully that will gain some more traction. And I think that's really about it for organizing. Membership report. Do we have a membership report?
I certainly don't have a membership report yet.
No, Kate just started, and
like a week ago.
Yeah. So
it's very new.
It's very new, and the events that we have planned for the rest of the semester were planned prior to her joining us. We actually are meeting up with the membership committee hopefully this week. I need to check my email to finalize plans for our December social.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But do you want to give the update on the events for?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So events. So our membership report is leading into new business, which we're talking about. We have some upcoming socials and happy hours. So on Thursday, we have drinks and drag at the University Club from 6 to 9 p.m. We're really excited about this event. Bobby basically put it together for us. And so the UC will be actually just open for this event and from 6 to 9. And then from there, you then can stay without cover charge and use your wristband to hang out. There will be, how many drag queens?
So yes, everyone's going to be given 2 drink tokens
Yes.
to have an adult beverage, either a can of beer or a well liquor drink of your choice. And we are having 3 queens, one of which is actually a member of ours from the chemistry department.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I really, yeah, please come out if you can. We would love to have you there. This is really, I don't know. I'm just really excited. I'm also just excited to go out to a bar in a relatively safe space. So yeah, it is awesome, Andrea. Yes, Bobby just kind of jumped on it, and I wish you could be here too. Yeah. Okay, and then in December we are having a movie night. So that'll be on December 2nd from 6 to 9 at the Institute of Hispanic and Latino Cultures. So we are going to watch Salt of the Earth. This is a movie that Rachel's picked out for us. It is union related. I don't actually know a lot about it at all, but I think it's probably just going to be fun and awesome to be there. Childcare will be provided at this event. So if you want to attend and need childcare, you will need to get here a little in advance, but we'll post stuff about that in the upcoming weeks. Yeah. And then there will be food but provided by Satchels. So this is kind of like it's a social event. So food provided, no drinks, which is fine. Not all of our socials need to have drinks. We'll have like non-alcoholic beverages. And then I already gave the update on PI abuse. Oh, here's where the NEA conference panel stuff is. Yeah, so I'll go through this again really quick. I mentioned the update about the UF-GAU statewide Senate committee or Senate meeting, and then the lead committee from the statewide body, and then the NEA conference, which is next spring from March 18th to 20th. I'm not sure where it's at, but I think it's in person. I can't remember.
It's still to be determined, but the probabilities it's going to be in person.
In person. Yep. Okay. And then the International GA presentation series with the Office of Graduate. Is it graduate? I can't remember that acronym.
Office of Graduate Diversity Initiatives?
And Inclusion. Oh, initiatives. Oh, okay. And UF International Center. So yeah, this is we want to put on some workshops about the rights as graduate workers. Sometimes that line can look really blurry when you are just kind of in the depths of things with your PI. We also wanted to talk about research integrity and mental health. And then Rachel, do you have more information on the fee waiver action team?
Yes, so this
Okay.
is something we just learned about today, so it is still very, very new. So this is in line with what Meredith mentioned. Let me pull up my email. The the graduate assistant fee waiver bill is currently being pushed through in the Florida legislature. It's actually Florida Senate Bill SB 666, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but they're also working on getting it into the House. And so right now, we currently have Democratic support in the houses, but we don't have bipartisan support. So if you are interested in pushing this, and again, this is a statewide action that would just remove all fees for graduate assistants at the state level, which would cut our fees. So save us all about $700 a semester, and put GAU in a much better position to bargain, because we don't have to bargain for fee relief. We can just focus on wages. If you are interested in working with this, if you're interested in legislation or pushing policy through or anything like that, please reach out to us and we will put you in contact with the GA fee waiver action team. It's currently being built. It's being headed by Adela, who is a member of UFF statewide, correct? And so, yeah, they're largely just looking for GA leaders.
Yes.
Go ahead.
She's a staff member now. She works up for staff. Yep.
And they're reaching out to basically ensure that there's GA representation in advocating for this fee relief, right? I think we all can know from experience that what kind of works the best and often swaying people's opinions is personal stories. So if we can have some GAs who'd be willing to work on this and maybe be willing to tell their stories on this action team, I think it would be really, really beneficial. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's late in the day. I'm sorry. I woke up at 6 this morning, so it's been 12 hours and my brain is fading. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, just email organizing@UF-GAU or reach out to anybody in leadership and we can put you in contact.
Okay. Also, if I remember correctly, in the past, when this has gone through committees, like talking about it, sharing our stories, like many of these representatives have no idea that we even pay our employer. Like they aren't even aware that we are paying these fees. So like our stories do not have to be particularly awful or heart-wrenching. It could just be like, hey, like I could use that extra money for groceries or, you know, whatever. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to buy new clothes once in a while. So yeah, that's, our stories don't have to be that intense, but I mean, that said, like, speak to your heart. And the stories are important to get out there. I just realized that I think I totally skipped Kelly, who is like nice, wonderful to be here. I'm so sorry, Kelly. Do you have a report for the stewards? Is she here? Maybe she's not.
She's here.
Oh,
but she's unmuted.
I need.
Now I'm really worried what of your grandmothers you had to pay that for.
Okay. I know Kelly's new in the steward's position or chief steward position. And just as that's the position I held before when I became an officer. And really stewards, you're trying to get people into meetings, trying to get people to share information about events, and trying to get people to come to you if there are issues in your department. So I know if she has any big updates, we'll send those out after the meeting. Let's see. Okay. And then Rachel, you can announce this. You've really been on top of this. Our last agenda item in the UCW UF.
Yes. Okay, so I mean, Bobby has two, but
okay.
If you did not know, yesterday, UF staff workers went public. They are forming a union. So their official name is United Campus Workers, University of Florida. So UCW UF, they're affiliated with UCW, which is a multi-state organizing labor team for campus workers. And they have enough members to go public. They're actively recruiting. We may potentially do some sort of event with them in the future. And again, this is for anyone who basically isn't covered by the current 5 unions on campus. We talk about UFF and GAU a lot, but we also have to remember that there are like the police unions and stuff like that. So this would largely be people who fall under the categories of teams, OPS, and cares workers, as well as adjuncts, right? So this is people, and again, if you're not aware of the different categories, that's fine. I'm still learning them. But OPS seems to be the most exploitative of the staff positions. It is considered short-term work, so they do not need to provide you with benefits, even if you are working full-time. And some of these OPS positions sometimes continue for years without any change in status. It's a really exploitative system. So as well as adjuncting is, if you're not aware, which I'm sure we all are. So this is hopefully a step in making UF a stronger, more equitable campus. We're really happy to see this happening. There has not been a staff union for about 30 years. There was one a while ago, and then that got broken up when they integrated to a new system. So we are real excited for this.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else to say. I think we're just all real happy to see it. It's still get off the ground, and we are urging UF to stay neutral.
Yes.
And to not allow any retaliation or event or any efforts to prevent this unionization. So, and that is the public stance of both GAU and UFF. But if you want more information, please reach out or check our social media from yesterday, because we were sharing a lot of stuff about it.
Awesome.
But yeah.
This is exciting. Yay. Yeah. This is great news. Awesome. Okay. So that is all we have for updates. Any closing remarks? I don't have any closing remarks other than, does anybody have any questions or anything to add? Awesome. All right.
I just
Thank
want to
you.
say sorry for the random stuff I typed in the chat. It was I missent it. Sorry.
You're okay. we will never know what $712 you have to pay for your grandmother's what. It's okay. It'll always be a mystery.
Oh, it's funny.
Awesome. Okay, so thank you everybody for turning out, for showing up. I know we're probably, oh, does Rachel have something
Oh,
new?
I was just gonna say, don't forget about our social tomorrow. Please come out, get your free drinks. The drag show is at 8.
Sorry, that is on Thursday.
On Thursday. Oh my goodness. I am sorry. Thursday, don't show up to UC tomorrow, please.
I mean,
sorry.
show up, but Chia, you will be there. So
on Thursday, I'm so sorry. What is time?
Thursdays
Time
are
is a
our
construct.
social. Yeah, I'm really
Thursdays are
excited.
social.
Tomorrow's bargaining, y'all.
Tomorrow's bargaining, yes. So if you're interested, please turn out for that, please. And then the social, the happy hour on Thursday at UC, it starts at 6. The drag show is at 8, and we will have a DJ as well. So come get your drinks on Thursday. We might all need them after bargaining tomorrow.
Yeah.
And really quick, just she had to leave because she had work. But Andrea did take notes for most of the meeting, our former co-president. So everyone thank her spirit for that. And then I just finished them off here. So
awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate it. I want to get maybe an organizing meeting together at the beginning of the year to start discussing big plans for international student or just like against PI abuse. That is, I don't really want that to be our name for it, but that's just what we're calling it right now. I don't like the against part because it's too, I want it to be a positive thing.
No.
Even though we are strongly against it.
But I think you're right. I think we shouldn't focus on this as something like, you know, international GA protections or.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like
all right, that's all we have. If there are no other nothing else anybody has to add, we'll say meeting adjourned, I guess. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you everybody.
Have a good night.
night, everyone.
I don't know why I can't keep my day straight. I really cannot. It is so bad right now.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I did something similar this week. I confused. So I thought yesterday I was thinking that bargaining was today and GPM was tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm
right.
trying to remember where the hell. Oh, I'm trying to remember where we put the minutes usually. I thought there was meetings. I thought there was a meetings minutes.
I think there is. I think I stumbled upon it in the drive.
Did it get moved?
It's under coordinator and meeting minutes /notes.
I thought, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me find it.
I'm thinking Kelly must be having some sort of connection issues because it took her a long time to join.
Yeah.
So. But.
and then I just have to do this one thing. Hi, Olivia. How you doing? Olivia? Okay. Guess it's just a straggler.
Oh.
I don't actually know who that person was, and it really weirds me out when they only have one name.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alright, so the meeting minutes are in the folder now.
Thank you so much.
Well, no, think Andrea. I just took like the last parts, or last couple, like 2 or 3 entries.
I'll send her a text too and thank her.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else. It was a short,
No.
and we kind of knew there would be a small turnout, but I'm fine with that right now.
If there's anything we need for Thursday, I'm going to the office tomorrow, so please let me know so I can grab it. I'm bringing the drink. I'm bringing the drink tokens. I'm going to be getting into the computer and printing out some of the flyers with QR codes and stuff. So
Well, how are you getting to the office tomorrow?
I am getting dropped off by staff and picked up by staff.
Okay. We should have a folding table in there as well. Still, do we?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, we'll need that.
Okay. Okay.
Can you bring maybe one
Oh.
or 2 Kindles?
Yeah, I was gonna bring a couple of Kindles. There's a keyboard there that's Bluetooth supposedly. I'm gonna bring that too. I'm not sure if they're connected, but we can troubleshoot that. I'm bringing those plastic holders for the flyers. I'm bringing pins.